This is Nightline. Tonight, the other front lines, the unlikely COVID-19 warriors, stepping up, suiting up, cleaning up to protect us all.
We're putting ourselves and our families at risk.
The often unseen and unheralded workers in hospitals, utilities, and now funeral homes. Their risks keeping the country running. Plus, state of testing, pharmacy chains ramping up, one-on-one with CVS, rolling out rapid response drive-through screenings, but in only parts of the country. So when will it go nationwide? And honoring our heroes with a cheer and a round of applause. Nightline starts right now with Juju Chang.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, America suffering its deadliest day yet in the COVID-19 pandemic while looking for signs of a plateau. 1,700 dead, the total number now at least 12,000. And while our doctors and nurses have been rightly lionized for their extraordinary acts of heroism, we now shine a light on the other frontline workers, some armed with mops, utility belts, and trash bags. Their battle every bit as essential.
And I'm going to put on my N95 mask.
Every day, Letitia Knight suits up at Plainview Hospital in suburban New York, ready to help save lives.
Right, now we can go on the road.
She's not here to hand out medication or perform surgery, but she is a key fighter in the war against COVID-19, the very epicenter of this country's outbreak.
A lot of the work that you do is often unseen.
We usually just go in, get it done, and we're out.
Letitia works in environmental services, cleaning and sanitizing patients' rooms. Her unit, almost entirely COVID-19.
You're walking into a hot zone every day.
Every day.
I hate to say this, but have you seen deceased patients?
I have.
That's got to be hard.
It's very hard. I've seen patients where one day they're talking on FaceTime with their families, and the next day I'll come into work and they're being rushed to ICU.
The single mother of three says her family would rather she be home, safe, and far away from the virus.
How do you explain to your 7-year-old how and why mommy's taking a risk?
When my father was diagnosed and I was telling my children, I was like, well, this is why mommy goes to work. So that grandpa could be in a room where it's clean and he can get better.
Letitia is among the millions of essential workers in the U.S. who show up every single day. They're unsung, often unseen heroes manning the other front line. They keep the power on, the trash collected, the hospitals clean and operational. They even help us bury our dead. They keep our towns and cities running despite the invisible, potentially deadly danger they face. Melody Aravena's husband, Rolando, was one of those frontline workers, helping keep people connected.
If he had to die to save other people's lives, you know, I'm going to try to make amends with that.
Rolando worked as a telecom field technician for Verizon, a volunteer basketball coach, and a doting father of 5.
Her twin, who is positive COVID too, was an avid Spartan racer, and you know, he would train with her, and every morning he would get up extra early and do their 7-minute workout and take her to the track by her school on the weekends and just prepare her for these races.
He was a real girl dad.
Yes, my husband was a real girl dad.
He was a real girl dad.
Yeah.
In his off hours, he loved to dance.
He was a very good salsa dancer.
I saw a video of you guys dancing. I understand he was an excellent mambo dancer as well.
Yeah, yes, he loved dancing mambo.
Melody says on March 11th, he was sent to a New York City hospital to help it prepare for a potential surge in communications.
How did he see his role as an essential worker during this time?
You know, during this time when he was working, he was very concerned with his job because there was no proper training and no proper protocol.
There's no way to know exactly how he contracted the virus, but a little more than a week later, she says he started to feel sick.
When he got sick on that March 19th, you know, he told me, he said, I think I have it.
On March 29th, his twin girl's 10th birthday, Rolando died.
And so, Amira, what do you remember from that day?
I woke up and there was chocolate cups of strawberries on the table. And my mom printed out a photo of him. Right it with me.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. What were the last things that you said to each other?
I said to him, all right, babe, I'm gonna, FaceTime me, text me if you need anything. You got this, you're gonna beat this. And, he just looked at me and he said, Mel, I never knew a love like this before, and I love you so much.
Verizon, Rolando's employer, said in a statement to ABC News, our deepest sympathies are with Rolando, Sonny, Aravina's family, and friends. Our team is grieving alongside them. Knowing that our team members are still in the field, we have taken every measure and dedicated every resource available to keeping our frontline workers safe and secure as we keep our nation connected.
Just the fact that he's an essential worker, but when it came down to the health system, he was just, a statistic point somewhere, really, really, really hurts because these people are out there risking their lives every day.
For many other essential workers, balancing that risk means trading time at home with their families for round-the-clock life in the office.
Instead of leaving work and going home, we're having to stay here.
From Florida.
This is my converted office into my living quarters.
To New York.
This is my walk from my new home behind you up to the building.
Electric grid employees have turned their office spaces into bedrooms, spending as many as 30 days away from their families.
It's a surreal feeling that when you get up in the morning and you go right to your desk, the one thing that you find out is you really come together as a family.
And for some, being sequestered means being away during life's special moments.
What's tomorrow, honey?
My birthday? I want my cake to say, Happy birthday, Sawyer. Sawyer loves Dad.
What motivate me come to work, I know what it feel like to not have a job. I have a 7-year-old son. He motivates me to keep going, and I pray every day before I come onto the route that God protect me while I'm out there.
Octavia French is one of at least 235 sanitation workers in the nation's capital, still gathering in the early hours of the morning to make their rounds, collecting trash and recycling.
What do you love about your job?
I get to hang on the back of the truck, and a lot of people don't expect females on the back, so I get a lot of props for hanging on the back of the truck.
So you get a lot of nice props. Yeah, atta girls.
Young.
How has that changed during the age of COVID?
Some people leave us like snack bags or drawings. Like yesterday, the kids had drew chalk on the ground.
Being an essential worker in the time of COVID has changed how much you're seen and appreciated.
Yes. It makes me feel like I'm a first responder, like my job is really important.
When you first started hearing about how